This is Lenny the Lawyer Live, and I'm coming to talk to you today about Chapter 13 bankruptcy, which can solve a lot of your problems, especially if your mortgage is behind. And I'm going to explain the difference between Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. Chapter 7 is often referred to as a liquidation, but that's not always the case. It's rarely the case. However, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy is the best and most effective way to solve your problems if you're behind on your mortgage. Recently, I had a young couple come to me who were behind 7 months on their mortgage. They also had a lot of credit card debt. I gave them a bankruptcy questionnaire and I said, calm down. All you got to do is fill out the questionnaire and provide the documentation that's requested. And we're going to download your 3-bureau credit report into our software. They immediately relaxed. I answered all their questions, and I was even available on my business cell phone a couple of times when they panicked and called me at other than business hours, which I'm sometimes available to take calls from clients if they have a major problem. At Boyer Coffee LLC, we file Chapter 13 bankruptcies all the time. This is the best and most effective way to save your home from foreclosure. Don't deal with any companies that offer debt relief, offer to save your mortgage, or try to buy your house and lease it back to you. That's against the law and that's not legal. A Chapter 13 bankruptcy requires usually that I make 2 court appearances and you make 1. Once we file the Chapter 13, under Section 362 of the Bankruptcy Code, the automatic stay goes into effect, and nobody can sue you unless they get permission of the court. Now, when you get the bankruptcy retainer from my office, it gives you a list of those debts that are not dischargeable. However, even if your debts are not dischargeable on the bankruptcy questionnaire, I need you to list, and the court requires, all your income and expenses and all your assets and liabilities. If you have a business, you will not be able to do a Chapter 13. Chapter 13 is only for individuals. What we do also with the Chapter 13 is if you have a house or a car and you're behind on your payments, we make a motion to get you admitted to the Bankruptcy Court's Mortgage Modification Program. Now, in the Bankruptcy Court's Mortgage Modification Program, the lender can't play the same games they do in state court because everything is submitted electronically through what's known as the DMM portal. And everything is time-stamped. And if the creditor, the lender, does anything that's not kosher, I can bring that to the attention of the Bankruptcy Court. And trust me, no attorney wants to go before a federal bankruptcy court judge and explain any violation by him or his client of the bankruptcy laws. Everything is done by the book. We make sure that all your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. I also want you to know none of your creditors can touch any of your retirement accounts, or whether it's Social Security, pension, or anything else. That's totally exempt from creditors' claims. The only creditors that can reach that would be the IRS or some agency of the U.S. government because of something that you've done, but that's rarely the case. Now, I make 2 court appearances, one with you, which I will prepare you for. It's called a Section 341A meeting of the creditors, and it happens approximately 2 months before we after we file. Once they reach our case, it'll take 10 minutes to 15 at the most, and then that will be over with. The retainer tells you under what circumstances there could be additional fees. The most frequent one that comes up is to file an amended petition because the creditors filed claims that exceeded what you put down on the bankruptcy questionnaire. Remember, when you fill out the bankruptcy questionnaire, you're going to list all your income and expenses and all your assets and liabilities. But don't worry about your credit cards, because we download that in your 3-bureau credit report into our software. And any creditor that does not report to credit bureaus, such as a service provider, a doctor, dentist, mechanic, anybody, you list them and the amount. If you have Easy Pass debt, you must list the tolling authority. There's another video that goes into Easy Pass debt and dischargeability, so I'm not going to touch it here. Also, I want you to be aware that we have a separate video that deals with bankruptcy myths. Bankruptcy is your right under federal law. Every religion recognizes your right to file bankruptcy. And under Section 542 of the Bankruptcy Code, nobody can discriminate against you because you file for bankruptcy. Now let me tell you how the mortgage loan modification process works. When you try to get a mortgage modification in state court, the lenders frequently lose or ask you to submit documents multiple times. That doesn't happen in federal court. In bankruptcy court, when you're admitted to the mortgage modification program, everything is filed electronically and time-stamped. And if the lender does anything that's not kosher, I can go and bring it to the attention of a bankruptcy court judge who will decide what the appropriate action to take is. Now, this doesn't happen very often, but I can assure you, if it does, and the attorney for the lender has to appear and explain to a federal bankruptcy court judge why they knowingly and willfully violated a federal court order, it's not a pleasant experience. So they're going to usually do the best they can to comply with the court rules and what the lender requires. Now, if you're approved for a trial mortgage, you will make 3 to 6 payments before you would be approved for a permanent loan modification. And since everything is done electronically and dated and time-stamped, once you get a mortgage, like this couple that came to me, it's for 40 years, and it's usually, even with interest rates as high as they are today, your payment will most likely be less, since it's spread over 40 years, than it is now. I can't guarantee that, but that's likely to be the case. When you decide to take action, the first sign of financial trouble, you need to call Boyer Coffee, LLC at 973-798-6131. I've been licensed for 40 years, and I'm a member of the National Association of Consumer Bankruptcy Attorneys. There's very little that I haven't seen before, so I'm well suited to help you get the best results possible given the existing facts of your case and the law, and we will do everything possible to get you the best results. I save a lot of houses for clients, and there's no reason, if you're honest and you have adequate resources to make the appropriate plans, we'll be able to help you. Now, this video has been for legal information and educational purposes only. Legal advice is only given by an attorney in a secured video conference or in person in our law office. Boyer Coffee LLC has offices in Clifton and Maplewood, New Jersey, and we service all 21 counties of the state of New Jersey. Now, if you're facing foreclosure, don't wait another minute. Too many people wait to the last minute. Call Boyer Coffee LLC today at 973-798-6131. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you give me a thumbs up and check the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified of future videos. If you have any questions that I didn't answer today about Chapter 13 bankruptcy and mortgage loan modification through the Bankruptcy Court, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section or call us at 973-798-6131. Remember, I can't find you, but you know how to find me, and I will help you. If you can be helped, don't worry, I will help you, and I will take away your stress. As you can see, I'm not wearing a black robe. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to get you results so that you can keep your home. And to me, it's very important that a client does not lose their home. So I fight hard to get my client the best possible results and help them save their home. Call us today at 973-798-6131 and take action now. Thank you for spending your time with me. If you're watching this video, like I said, on YouTube, be sure to check the subscribe button, the bell icon, and give us a thumbs up. This is Lenny the Lawyer Live. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me. I hope you get a lot of useful information out of this video. Thank you and have a great day.